Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I am going to be taking you through another day in the life of a bakery owner, and today we are prepping for our Halloween menu. It's Monday, September 30th, 5:45 in the morning. My bakery is actually closed on Mondays, but I had so much to do today. I was feeling a little bit behind and having some anxiety per usual, so I decided to get a super early start to my day. Every month we change our flavors. My head baker and I already finalized the flavors for this month, but we didn't nail down our designs of each flavor, so that was my main goal today, so that I could take pictures and get them up on our website. I usually like to have this all complete before the first, so I was really rushing against time because finalizing flavors, designs, taking the content, uploading to the website, editing the graphics, writing out the captions is a lot of work and takes so much longer than you think. So let's get started, y'all. First, I'm making the muffin tins. I decided to do 2 of each flavor so that if I wanted to try designing them a couple different ways, or if I messed up and needed to design it a different way, I could. Our Halloween flavors this month are blueberry and cinnamon roll, which are our 2 best sellers, and they stay on our menu year round. We also have cookie butter cheesecake, red velvet Oreo, hostess cupcake, dirt and worms, iced pumpkin loaf, pumpkin chocolate chip, caramel apple, apple streusel, and gluten-free pumpkin snickerdoodle dulce de leche. We honestly have such a variety and so many flavors. It's honestly one of the best menus we've ever had. Once I have all of the muffin tins done, it's time to put them in the oven and bake them. This time of year is truly my favorite, so I really try to go all out and put as much detail into the decorations as I possibly can. It's very time consuming, and I'm not gonna lie, it overwhelms me at times because there's literally so much you could do. I do try to continue my ideas from last year, but then elevate it just a little bit more if I can. I also try to build and add on to my menu a little as well, because every year we get better and better and add new products to our menu. A lot of customers will ask me, how do you think of all your flavors? What inspires our creativity? And honestly, I spent hours and hours researching every single day. I'll look at what other bakeries are doing. I will squire Pinterest, see what flavors other customers are really loving from last year. What do I think our customers will like this year? And what have people been asking for? Listening to your customers and finding trends is so important. I found these candy molds on Amazon that I wanted to try. We used a couple of them last year and they worked out really well. I wanted to buy a couple royal icing decorations, but honestly, they're just so expensive. So I wanted to see how these looked first. Just a baker's tip as well, the almond bark from Walmart I feel like is the absolute best. I've tried the Wilton candy melts, but they always come out so thick, and I would have to end up adding oil to them anyways to try and get them like the right consistency. The vanilla almond bark from Walmart comes out like the smoothest by far. And then to dye the almond bark, we just add water-based coloring from Color Mill. We also make super cute frosted sugar cookies for Halloween, so I knew that if I wasn't going to use these for the decorations for the muffins, that I would use them for the cookies, or I would make something like premium mini muffins, so they really wouldn't go to waste. But I have like little brains, pumpkins, ghosts, skulls, tombstones, little poison. I have hocus pocus, little molds. I had like literally everything you could think of. And then in the meantime, I'm also checking the muffins, rotating them, taking them out of the oven because they take over an hour in the oven. Making these literally took forever, and then I actually had a dentist appointment, so I had to run over to my dentist, yay. And then I did need to stop by Smart and Final and just pick up a few goodies, and then I was back to the bakery with more prepping. Here I'm prepping our marshmallow buttercream that goes in the center of our Hostess cupcake. So it takes a lot of powdered sugar, which I am going to sift, And then I do need to cream this off in butter and then fold in the marshmallow fluff. And then we add in some orange food coloring to make it just a little bit more Halloween-y. We did this flavor last year and everyone loved it, so we decided to bring it back this year. I'm just creaming the butter here, and I'm just adding in the powdered sugar that I already sifted, just little by little, and then I always make sure to scrape down the sides in between mixing. And then after I have that mixed all really well, I add in the marshmallow fluff, which is honestly so messy. There is not a good way to do this. And then I'm just gonna lightly fold it in really, really well. Another really huge tip is to actually seal your piping bags. This literally changed our life because before we were trying to tie them with like rubber bands and they would just always break and just make a mess in our fridge. So this really like changed our life and I highly recommend. Next, I am just prepping a couple of glazes. So we need a vanilla glaze for iced pumpkin loaf muffin. And then we also need a caramel glaze for our caramel apple muffin, which we actually just add in our salted caramel to our vanilla glaze. And it is literally so amazing. Our caramel recipe is my literal favorite. So you guys really have to try it. After I'm done mixing both of these glazes, my arm is literally on fire. This is such a workout. And then after I was done with all of the glazes, it was time to pop out all the decorations and kind of get them ready to start decorating the muffins. These ones kept breaking on me, so I probably won't use those this year just because they were just a little bit too difficult. The first muffin I went to decorate was the cookie butter cheesecake. It's a cookie butter muffin base filled with a cookie butter cheesecake cream, and then I add melted cookie butter on top, cookie butter crumble, lotus biscoff cookie, and then a little white chocolate ghost. Next is our caramel apple muffin, which is a cinnamon apple cider muffin base, and then we add in our homemade fresh apple compote, and then we top it with our salted caramel vanilla glaze. And then it's dusted with edible green glitter, and then we're gonna add chopped peanuts to the top, just like a caramel apple. And then it comes with an added popsicle stick and then a little candy witch's hat. Next is our iced pumpkin loaf muffin, which is a pumpkin spice muffin base, and then we are topping it with our vanilla glaze, and then it's going to get dusted with cinnamon. And lastly, it's topped with a candy pumpkin. Next is our Hostess cupcake muffin, which is a super moist dark chocolate muffin base, and then it's filled with our homemade marshmallow buttercream, and then we go ahead and plug that with a little bit of the remaining muffin that we decorated it with, and then we are topping it with a smooth chocolate ganache. And then we of course recreate that signature squiggle in the middle with orange candy melts, and we dyed it orange to keep it on theme with Halloween. Next is our Dirt and Worms muffin, which is a dark chocolate muffin base, and then it's topped with Oreo crumble, and we decor the muffin and add in our creamy chocolate ganache, and then we're going to add a chocolate little tombstone, a sour gummy, and then a little candy bloody bone. Next is our gluten-free flavor of the month, which is pumpkin snickerdoodle dulce de leche. So it's a pumpkin muffin base, and then we're going to roll that in cinnamon sugar and then fill it with dulce de leche. Lastly is our red velvet Oreo muffin, which is a red velvet muffin base. It has Hershey's cookies and cream bar in the middle with a cream cheese swirl, and then we top it with a little bit of vanilla buttercream, Oreo crumble, and then a candy skull. That took up a majority of my day, and then I decided to get a little workout in, and then it was back to the bakery to clean up, do some dishes, and just make sure everything was good to go for the next day because I do open in the morning. And that is going to conclude the day in the life of a bakery owner prepping for my Halloween menu. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.